Hey guys, in today's quick tip video, I wanted to target summer vacations and how to make them even more romantic. It's that time of year. A lot of couples here at the Couples Workshop are exploring their summer vacations, whether that's camping destinations or going abroad. Couples are really excited for their summer vacation. I want you to think about how you can make them even more intimate. You spent all this time, all this energy to plan this trip, so let's take advantage of it. So today's video, I'm going to give you tips on how to increase the romance. I'm going to give you gift ideas, and I'll even have the top 30 destinations couples say are the most romantic. So without further ado, let's get to work. If you can't tell, I'm excited about this video, so I actually have quite a bit of content for something that's supposed to be a quick tip. So before I dive into the details, I want you to know I'll have a full list of my recommendations in the description box. So that includes tips to make it more romantic, those gift ideas, and the destinations. To start off though, I want you to think, what will my partner find romantic? If you want to increase the intimacy, sometimes going to their hometown might not be the most intimate place for them. It doesn't mean you have to roll out the red carpet. You can. However, it doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money to have romance. Instead, I want you to think about what your partner will find romantic. So you might want to plan things together. Think about what activities they will have fun with. When you do that, you're going to really paint the picture for the trip. So we are having a shared vision for the trip. That being said, I want you to balance that with a surprise element to the trip. That might mean you planning a special dinner, that might mean a special adventure, or perhaps a couples massage. I want you to have a surprise for your partner. Because the number one tip, if I have one tip for this whole video, people report feeling more romance, more intimacy when they feel that their partner was intentional. So important. So when you have these surprise elements, you're saying, I was thinking about you and I planned this for us. So show that intention, be really mindful to help your partner feel special, and they're more likely to experience romance with you. Depending on you and your partner and your personality or your preferences, think about how much activity or adventure you want to do with how much relaxation you want to do. And ideally, there's some kind of balance there. Most people don't want a full week of relaxation. Some people do. Also, most people don't want a full week of adventure. Again, some people do. So it's finding that balance of having some adventures, creating those memories in those adventures, while also having some downtime when you already have busy lives. On top of that, I want you to add some personal touches. I want you to think about something that has sentimental value. Perhaps you want to write a letter or send a card to your partner before the trip. Perhaps you want to bring a photo with you to your hotel room. I want you to have one thing to add a sentimental touch to bring your love with you on the trip. It's going to really help tie home life with your vacation and bringing that intimacy back home. Now to target vacation-based gifts, I have a full list of 20 items I came up with, so that'll be in the description box below here. But here's some that stand out to me. The first is to purchase or bring a travel journal. By sharing a journal together, you can remember this amazing trip you're about to go on, not just while you're traveling, but also you can look back at what it meant for you at that time. A travel journal can be really lovely. Some people even like to store it with their passports at home. So when they're getting ready for the next trip, they even look over some of their previous trips together. Some littler things, customized luggage tags. A couple comes to mind where when they travel abroad, they get a customized travel bag, travel tag that they put on their luggage that's specific to that destination. It's really a cute little thing. They keep them as little mementos from the trip, but it can be a really special way to customize and remember that specific trip together. Another little thing are little toiletries, like a toiletry kit. A lot of the times you can buy luxury items in like those sample sizes, and it can really be a lovely way to turn up some romance, some intention for your partner in those little ways. Think about traveling. I think the worst part about vacations for a lot of people is the actual travel part, whether that's a road trip or a flight. So think about how you can add some comfort there, perhaps a nice new traveling blanket pillow set. Perhaps that means we have a road trip playlist. Think about ways that you can be intentional and romantic even on the way to the destination. Another thing to consider as far as a gift is concerned is around attire. Perhaps you want to buy them a luxury sweatshirt so they are comfortable while they're traveling. Perhaps that's travel-based jewelry. Some people really like those charms, travel-based charms, or perhaps you want some kind of gemstone from the place that you're traveling to really target that specific trip. So think about the attire. It can be more high-end, it can also be more cozy there too. The last tip around gifts actually covers a few options, and it's to shop on Etsy. Etsy has a lot of customizable gift options. Some that come to mind include a passport holder. You can put their initials on it, or you can do a special message engraved or embroidered on it, depending on what you want to buy. The same is true for a travel map. They have those scratch-off ones, or some that you can put a custom message on to remember different things. So think about how you can still have it one item, but you can customize it just for your partner. Again, it's showing that I'm intentional to make you feel special on this trip. The last thing to explore then is where to go. Down below I have 15 international and 15 stateside places for you to explore. These are places that couples over the years have said time and time again that these are romantic. These are places that they would travel back to because the experience was so wonderful. I'll give a few options. Again, I'll have the full list, but I also want you to sound off in the comments. What's your favorite destination that you found to be romantic and why? Help other couples learn about these hidden gems as well. The first one that stands out internationally is Santorini, Greece. I don't know how many couples have gone to Santorini and loved it, and they talk about it for weeks and weeks. Even years later, couples will reflect back on traveling to Greece. When people talk about Santorini, they talk about the crystal clear waters. They talk about just really freshness, that it's fresh water, the sunshine, the cuisine, that things feel fresh while also being balanced with luxury. So it's really a lovely balance for couples traveling to Santorini. When couples travel to Cozumel, Mexico, they talk about how it's so easy to see the full island. I didn't write it down here, but the island is really, it's not large. I don't know the exact mileage, but people will say they're able to explore most, if not all, of the island while they're there during a week. So it really helps them experience the culture, experience the landscape without it feeling rushed. It's really an attainable, well-rounded trip there. Another one that comes to mind is Japan. When people travel to Japan, they talk about how lovely the culture is and how they'll travel between cities, and it's a whole new experience. So when they travel to Japan, it's very fresh, it's very exciting, it's very new from each new day that they're traveling there. Another international location people really love is Austria. When people talk about going to Austria, there's almost this sophisticated energy about them. They talk about the architecture, they talk about the history. A lot of the times there's different shows, musicals, orchestras that they'll attend, but they'll talk about it. It's the sophisticated energy about it that feels very different than something that's more beachside, but still very romantic and a great way to be able to connect. I think the last one I'll mention as far as international travel goes is to go to Canada. If you're like me and you're in Colorado here, sometimes there's pressure to stay in Colorado if you want to visit the mountains, which is still great. We're very privileged to be able to have such beautiful landscape here in our home state. At the same time, sometimes you want to get out of town, so going to Canada can still check all those boxes while getting out of the state. When people go to Canada, a lot of the times they're very thankful to experience the Rocky Mountains from a different point of view, and it can still bring something really special to them individually and for the relationship. If you'd like to stay stateside, then I think the #1 place people travel to is California, specifically Napa Valley. When people talk about Napa Valley, oh my gosh, they talk about romance. Couples come back and they just are so much more relaxed. They're so much more connected. Of course, there's the world-class wineries, the vineyards, lots of sunshine. Couples are very thankful when they take time to go to Napa Valley. Another romantic place stateside is Charleston, South Carolina. When people go to Charleston, they talk about this historic energy there. They talk about, I think it's a historic district there. They talk about the cobblestone streets, that there's this real southern charm that really helps them be more grounded, really just old school romantic energy when they visit Charleston. Another, of course, go-to is Hawaii. That might go without being said, but people do love going to Hawaii. I think lately less people have been going, at least couples here at the Couples Workshop. A lot more people have been going, maybe more Mexico or Florida, California, but of course Hawaii is still a lovely destination. Just takes a little bit longer for us to get there. If you're looking to have a lot of adventure and excitement, New Orleans is a great place to check out. People talk about the food, they talk about just the night scene, the music scene there. It's really high energy, really bright colors. So when people are looking for this energetic, fun place to go, people are very thankful for going to New Orleans. And let's see, a big one I wrote here is Aspen. I think about a lot of mountain towns. While they are maybe more well known for skiing in the winter, it's still a lovely destination to go in the summer. There's lovely hiking trails. You still have those cooler evening nights, beautiful lakes. So even if you think about going to the mountains for the winter, it is just as lovely in the summertime as well. But again, I live here, so maybe we're a little biased, but I love going to the mountains in the summertime. The last few places I'll mention stateside are more northeast. A lot of people lately have been going to Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Cape Cod, Nantucket, those types of places. There's really this fun, different way to experience a beach when you go to the northeast. A lot of people, of course, talk about the cuisine. I've mentioned that for each one, but the cuisine is very lovely there as far as seafood goes. A lot of really beautiful coastal views. A lot of people have been going, actually I had a family go to, I think Nantucket, and they did their family photos there to have a different background to their photos, and they loved it. They made a whole trip out of it, but it really gave them a different type of family photo. So think about how you can still have romantic destinations, whether you're camping in the mountains or you want to travel internationally. Think about how you can still be intentional to show your partner that you care, that they're special, and that will automatically increase the romance for your summer vacation. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a licensed professional counselor here at the Couples Workshop, where I provide no BS couples therapy. I also put out videos like this, focusing on quick tips to help you reconnect in your relationship. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.